Julio Jones, how are you, man?
How you doing?
Good, good, good. Man, it's great to be at this wonderful dealership, my friend, and having a chance to visit with Julio Jones. How are you, man? You having a good day here with all these fans?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing great. It was a great turnout today for the grand opening of Julio Jones Kia and Mazda. So the festivities haven't stopped yet. You know, we still got numerous of things we want to do throughout the day. We got a concert later on, and we're shooting fireworks. We got hot dogs, hamburgers up here. So autograph signing right now. College sections out here. You know, so everything's been pretty good for us today.
Well, let me ask you, walk us through the idea to come back to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, somebody that, you know, a place that means so much to you, to open up a dealership like this. Can you talk about sort of the business side of it, the idea to come back to Tuscaloosa?
Yeah, at first, you know, I had two different dealerships. We was going to do one in Florida, and then we was going to do one in Dallas. But, you know, I really wasn't sold on those dealerships and things like that. And, you know, Percy, he brought it to my attention. He was like, hey, you have a dealership opening in Tuscaloosa. I'm like, this is amazing.
That's perfect.
This is perfect for me. You know, everything's lining up right for me. And I was like, heck yeah, I want to do that. Whatever it takes, let's do it. You know, we had to keep it under wraps early on because we didn't want, you know, everybody freaking out or, you know, or whatever, you know, before I bought the place, you know, and putting our stamp on it the way we want to do it. Come out here and be first class with everything. You know, that's what we're about. Our whole team is like that. But the whole process, man, it was just when they said Tuscaloosa, Alabama, I didn't have to think about it at all. I was like, let's do it.
We are sitting here talking with Julio Jones, certainly an outstanding player in the National Football League. I want to go back, and we talk about Nick Saban. Yesterday he was recognized as one of the top 50. He was number 12 on the world's greatest leader list by Fortune magazine.
Okay.
The guy that you played for.
Okay.
It takes leadership to do what you're doing here. Do you ever catch yourself doing things that Nick Saban taught you that is not football, daily life? Do you ever catch yourself doing things?
I mean, all the time. You know, Nick, like, I get everything from my mom, but Nick was that father figure when I got to school, when I came to the University of Alabama. It's still instilled into me. Still instilled in me right now. Like, for everything that I do. You know, I don't blame anybody else, good or bad, if something happens. You know, you got to take full responsibility for whatever you do, for your actions. He just helped you become a man. You know, at a 17, 18-year-old kid, you're going into college. You know, oh, I'm late. Well, no, because your alarm went off. Well, it's on you. You know, you got to set your alarm. You can't say somebody else made you make a decision. Everything, like I said, is on you. So even now, like, whatever I do, I still think about the days when I was here at Alabama, the way I prepare. Everything has a process, everything. You know, you can't skip steps, things like that. It's second nature to me now. You know, I don't even think about it, but when I sit down, I'm like, wow, I just did that. You know, what Coach Saban taught us. So, I mean, he's been a great coach for me, a great leader. Even now, you know, we still have a great relationship. I go in, we talk. You know, just talk about life, what we got going on, things like that. And he's very excited that, you know, I'm coming back to Tuscaloosa and doing things like this in, you know, the city of Tuscaloosa. You know, a lot of guys, we wish a lot more guys would come back and do things here, but unfortunately they don't. But I mean, it's a great city. They welcome me with open arms. They supported me throughout my whole career. Even now, when I go on the road and being in the pros, I hear roll tide. You know, I go into a hostile environment, and, you know, I'm getting more roll tides than boos or anything like that. You know, they're very supportive of me. So,
let me ask you, and Julio, I've always wanted to talk to you about this one subject.
Okay.
Foley, Alabama, 5-star. You were one of the recruits that got this dynasty started. You may not take that, but Julio Jones, we could probably make the argument that it was Nick Saban's greatest recruit because you in that 2008 class believed in Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Right now, he's won 5 out of the last 9 years. When you go out and tell a recruit, well, we're building something special in Tuscaloosa, we're going to continue that. But Nick Saban sold you a reason to come to Tuscaloosa. Why did you believe that he was going to accomplish these great things in T-Town?
Because he challenged me right away. I mean, I wasn't even a student here at the University of Alabama. I'm still in Foley High School. That he'll win with them, without me. You know, that's one of those things. Like, I'm a person, I don't want anybody to give me nothing. I want to work for everything I get and I earn. So he challenged me. He was just like, "Hey, we love to have you, but we'll win with you, without you. You know, you're a great talent, things like that. But you know, we're gonna start rolling. You know, and that made me, because everybody in the country wanted me. And you hearing it, you know, it's repetitive. You know, everybody's like, you're gonna start, you're gonna come in, you're gonna start, you're gonna play, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, you're gonna do this. I don't want anybody to give me nothing. Coach Saban put me like 3rd or 4th on the depth chart. It made me work my way up. That's what I loved about Coach Saban. Like, he made me work for everything.
Julio Jones, 3rd or 4th on the depth chart?
Yeah, when I came in. I mean, 5-star recruit. But, like, for me, I don't care about 5-star recruit. You know, everybody has entitled to their own opinion about somebody. You know, you can be this, you can be that, but you got to know who you are and what you stand for. You know, and that's what helped me out, too. Like I said, he just helped me. I came in 3rd or 4th. I didn't blank. I wasn't mad or anything like that, being highly recruited, and then you come into a place. You know, I think Alabama went, 6-6 or something like that the year before.
7-6.
7-6, something like that, I think, or whatever. But it wasn't because I was coming to Alabama because they was just, you know, killing people, things like that. I believed in Coach Saban and how he challenged me. That made me want to come to the University of Alabama and do great things.
But as I look at the sense of pride, you grew up in this state.
Yeah.
You know the tradition of Alabama football. I mean, they won national championships prior. But there has to be a sense of pride. And maybe it hasn't hit you. Maybe it'll hit you post-football. But that you guys were able to go back and reestablish Alabama football back to where they are now. We're talking, I mean, it's even hard to say. 5 out of the last 9 years – he's won a national. You have to take in that 2008 class and every other class, 2009, 2000. I mean, we could go on and on. That you have to, guys, go, we reestablished the greatest college football program in history.
I mean, like you said, it might happen post-career, you know. Who knows? Like, I don't look at it like that. I came in, I did what I had to do. Everybody around me, I had to be a leader for those guys. Just helping them out. You know, hey, let's go, let's work through this. You know, we had talent from everywhere. You know, we had Mark Ingram from Michigan.
Sure.
You know,
Barrett Jones.
We had so many people from everywhere, and we just came together. We just brought everybody together. I mean, even the walk-ons. Like, what's so special about University of Alabama? Even with the walk-ons, you know, we treated them with the same respect if they were starting. You know, everything has to be together. You got to be a team, and that's what I think that pushed us over the edge to where we became, and we didn't point fingers at other people and things like that. We went out there and we worked for one another and got the job done.
We're talking to Julio Jones, certainly the Alabama outstanding player, and we're inviting people out to come see you on Scotland Boulevard. Certainly come out, buy a new Mazda, a new Kia. Certainly,
yes,
I mean, you're going to recommend one of those that, do you like one of those that go real fast? I mean, obviously a fast guy like yours.
Yeah, the Stinger. The Stinger's pretty good. You know, it's like for me, I never, you know, driven one of those, a Kia or a Mazda prior to, you know, getting the dealerships. But I mean, they phenomenal cars. You know, I'm not saying that just because, you know, I own the dealerships and things like that. They really nice cars. The suspension, everything all around, safety, everything around. You know, I drive it every day now. Since I'm here in Tuscaloosa, I drive it every day. Hasn't let me down yet.
All right. You said something a couple of weeks ago on Bama Cuts that I got to get a confirmation from, okay, which is the Bama Cuts is the roadside. I thought you did an absolute star job in the barbershop, okay? So after football, are you going to be an actor? I mean, are you thinking about it? I mean, come on. Post-football, is there any acting interest there? Because you're great at it.
Like, for me, now, you know, I'm with CAA, Creative Arts Association.
Sure.
So I have a lot of roles and things like that. They bring a lot of roles and stuff to me. But no, I don't think so. I'm always like behind the scene type guy.
Okay.
You know, I don't really like to be, hey, look at me,
All right.
at me.
But you said the NFL is easier than Alabama practice, or at least one of your teammates, maybe it's Eddie Jackson, Rod Andrews, but you guys were talking about how practice in the NFL is not as hard as it was at Alabama. I want you to elaborate on that for a minute.
Well, I mean, I think I'm just saying as far as the working out aspect of it.
Okay.
You're definitely going to work harder at Alabama than you're going to do in the league, at any organization really. excuse me, because you got to think too. In the league, everything you can't be out for a certain amount of time. They can't keep you out a certain amount of time. In college, I mean, you can pretty much do whatever, So it's just with the new CBA, everything's kind of has, limitations on things.
What would you tell a player, because Alabama goes out and recruits 5 stars all over the country?
Right.
What would you tell a player that is not an early enrollee, but that will be arriving in the next month, going through summer session, about to start the process? What would you tell a player about going through the system under Nick Saban that maybe you wish somebody would have told you maybe in 2008? A player that's just arriving here that's about to go in his first year under Nick Saban. What would you tell him? What advice would you give him?
Well, when I first came in, my mindset was already ready. I ain't need nobody to tell me nothing. I knew what I wanted to do. Like I said, when he challenged me, I was already ready. My thing is I would tell a new recruit is don't get down on yourself. Don't come in, I'm just going to play. I'm a 5-star. High school is over with. This is a whole nother league. You got to prepare and get yourself situated and ready to go while you're in college. And you're going to compete at the University of Alabama at the top level, You're going to have guys around you. But the thing is, it's all about being consistent. That's the thing, and being reliable. That's what Coach Saban loves. You got to be consistent and you have to be reliable in situations. Don't be out of your position. Just be in your position. That's all you got. You can have the most talent in the world, but if you're out of position every time, you can't play at the University of Alabama.
Why do you come back to Tuscaloosa and train in the offseason? What does it mean to you to come back and go through this? And obviously a lot of people probably asked you for advice. Players walk up to you and say, hey, help me with this.
And it's good that I come back in the off season. Even the guys that are coming out, even former players that's playing in the league and things like that, we can always talk. Just having that brotherhood, just speaking and talking to each other, because the connection is still there. We notice things around, like, okay, Alabama's changing. This wasn't here. I mean, you can get a little bit of what I'm talking about now from Shop Talk, or what the thing we had, the barbershop, the Bama Talk,
Bama Cuts,
little episodes and things like that. You can get a little bit from that. But it's always good just talking to those young guys just about the end of the draft and things like that, and just get their mind right. Like, hey, listen, don't forget hard work, and dedication. That's what's going to separate yourself. When you get to the next level, everybody's fast, everybody's strong. Like, what are you going to be able to do to separate yourself? And it's all about consistency. But that's the same thing Coach Saban is preaching to those guys.
Julio, it's been an absolute honor to be able to talk to you here. I know the fans coming out and supporting, and not just fans. And I saw Coach Burton Burns here a couple of minutes ago. Coach that one of my favorite. I don't want nobody, but obviously Nick Saban. But you look at Coach Burton Burns, and I know it means a lot for you to have these guys to come back to help you at the University of Alabama. All these guys, Alabama guys, coming by and saying hello, and it's a great celebration here on Skyline Boulevard.
Oh yeah, it's been great. Both of the Jeffs, Jeff Puritan, Jeff Allen, Jeremy, Ginger, the whole athletic training, staff came up here. They supported me. I see those guys every day. Even now, they still take care of me. They have my best interests at heart. I go in there, if anything wrong with me, I go in there and I get treated. Jeremy's my guy, though. But, if he wasn't there, I'm pretty sure Jeff and Ginger would take great care of me.
Julio, it's been an absolute honor to be able to talk with
Thank
you. Thank you so much for inviting us out. We're the flagship home of Alabama football, and we're just glad to be here, man. Thanks for the invitation and coming out on Skyline Boulevard, and thanks for having us out and be a part of the celebration. We appreciate your invitation.
Yes, sir. Thank you.